Noswata, good evening, and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to do a different thing tonight, this evening, actually, because I have been busy painting again, but I haven't made a tutorial or a step-by-step thing, which I would like to do, just as the painter on the channel, the art Sherpa. I think she's fantastic, and I wish I had half the talent that she has. Now, I'm going to get a bit personal today. I'm just recently begun learning about the Enneagram, which is um, a method, you could say, to better understand yourself. And I realized there that I am a type number 4, which is quite emotional and artistic, and it has both good and bad traits, as all the numbers on the Enneagram has. So, and when I paint, I usually paint from like what stirs up emotions inside, rather than go out and say, "Oh, let's paint that landscape. It looks fine." So I think I'm onto something here with the Enneagram, and I read something. Well, yes, this will be personal, like a bit on the not the naughty side, but if you are married, you might know. Well, you certainly know this topic. Anyways, let's leave it at that, shall we? Yes. But I read in a book by these guys. Uh, they are Americans, Dave and Ashley Willis, and this book is called The Naked Marriage. It's a really good book, I have to say. They have the outlook from a Christian perspective, and but you don't have to be Christian to enjoy this book. It's really down to earth, and there was a passage here about the steaming topic that I'm about to talk about. Yes, sex, and I'm just going to read what they wrote here. I thought that was quite insightful. So here we go. Yes, it's on page 51 here. So I'm just going to read. God wants your sex life to be amazing, but it needs to be amazing with the person you married. If you start looking outside the marriage, then everybody gets hurt. Think of sex like fire and marriage like a fireplace. When fire stays in the fireplace, it gives off light and warmth to the entire house. But when you take the fire out of the fireplace and spread it around to other places, everyone gets burned. So, do your best to keep the fire burning bright in your fireplace and make sex a priority in your marriage. Yes, I thought those were really, uh, they struck a chord in me, as many things do when I start to paint. Before I paint, I get an idea, often derived from some input or a news flash or something that I read. So I created this piece then that matches these words. So I have my fireplace here, and yes, as the text suggested, the fire gives off warmth and also company and security in a way. If you have been camping outside, you know that a fireplace can be a very good place to be around when it's dark outside and you hear all these creepy noises from the woods around you. Yes, and you also another thing with fire or a fireplace that I realized is you need to keep feeding the fire, because if you only rely on the first logs that you put on, they will eventually burn out, and then also the fire will slowly die, which is a very strong and powerful analogy once again, I think. So yeah, this is the piece that I made directly inspired by this quote from this book. So yes, well, I don't know what I want to say about this with this at all really, except that, well, try to keep your fire burning, and also if the grass looks greener on the other side, it is really high time to water your own lawn, right? So that's all for me. Oh, look at this nice pouring effect I made here. Wow, this was really unintentional, actually, because I put too much paint on these stones here, and I placed it like this to dry overnight. And what happened? Yes, the color slowly started to pour down. But I really like this effect, even though my daughters said it was not so great. Oh, it's a matter of opinion, I think. Well, that is all for me. You have a really good time wherever you are. Bye.